Ready? Let's get Instagram ready. All right, guys. So, I told you guys we were going to be here for this live video at 2:15. It is 2:15, so everybody should be here by now. This program that I'm referencing is called the Georgia Dream Homeownership Program. Once everybody get here, I'm going more in depth a little bit about the Georgia Dream Homeownership Program. Now, I know a lot of my followers and viewers are not all from Georgia, and trust me, you do not have to just be in the metro Atlanta area. This program does cover all of Georgia. So if you know someone that lives in Georgia, the entire state of Georgia, make sure you're sharing this live video with them. Make sure you're having them join and tune in, because we're going to show you guys how to purchase a home in Georgia with just $1,000 down. So I'm waiting on a few more people to get in here, or a lot more people to get in here. We're going to continue to do these videos until everyone that I know is informed about the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program and is taking full advantage of it. How many people on right now that actually lives in Georgia? Hey, y'all. Hey. So there are other states that have down payment assistance programs, and I'm going to go into that too as well on this video today. But there are other states that do offer down payment assistance programs. I do know I have one for Texas. I have one for Florida. I have one for the Carolinas, and I have one for Tennessee. So if you live in any of those states as well, I want you guys to kind of tune in as well. But make sure you guys are sharing this live. TikTok, make sure you guys hashtag For You page. Instagram, make sure you guys share it. Have everyone join that actually lives in the state of Georgia that's interested in purchasing a home right now. This video is going to be very informational. Once again, if you don't live in the state of Georgia, there are also down payment assistance programs that is in you guys' area that's going to allow you to still take advantage. But the one that I'm talking about specifically today is the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program. So the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program is nothing like the NACA program. I have a lot of people asking, oh, is this NACA? Is this like NACA? Actually, it's not. It's nothing like NACA. The process may be a little similar, but it's nothing like NACA. So the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program, what it's doing is allowing first-time home buyers, whether low or moderate income families, to actually purchase a home. However, it's not just for first-time home buyers, because a lot of people oftentimes get discouraged. They're like, well, I bought a home already, or I've already purchased before, I've had a mortgage before. That's fine. So it's not only for first-time home buyers if you have not purchased a home within 3 years. So if you haven't purchased a home within 3 years, you still qualify for the program. Now, the nurses, everyone thinks that it's just doctors and nurses. If you work in a hospital facility, you also qualify for this program. My educators, teachers, and it's not just teachers. If you work in the school system in any capacity, then you qualify for the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program as well. So whether you're a janitor, whether you're a lunch lady, parent liaison, if you have an email that has at the Cobb County School System, at Gwinnett County School System, whatever the case may be, and you do, like I said, work in a school system in any capacity, then you do qualify for the program as well. And then my first responders or protectors, so firefighters, EMT, police officers, you guys qualify for the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program. And then if you live with someone with a disability, you do qualify for the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program. So it is a down payment assistance program. What it does is grant you $12,500 in down payment assistance toward the purchase of a home. The program does require that you pay $1,000 down toward the program, but there are plenty of ways that we can get you the $1,000 that's needed to actually go toward the Georgia Dream program. One of them is the home buyers education course, which is also a requirement for you to get approved for this program. It's a home buyers education course. Once you complete that course, it gives you $1,000 that you can use toward Georgia Dream. And then with my preferred lender, everyone knows Sharina Pate. She is the top 5 lender, and the top performing lenders for the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program. So she has what we call Supreme Essentials. And if you complete that course, you get $1,000 down toward closing costs of down payment as well. So with that being said, let's just go for the requirements again. So you do need a 640 credit score, okay? If your credit is not at 640, don't get discouraged, okay? Do not get discouraged. We do offer those credit repair classes or the credit restoration classes that's going to get you guys report structure properly so you can get approved for the Georgia Dream program. So we work directly with the mortgage lenders. We know what they look at. We know how to target data points. We know how to structure the reports properly. We know how to get you what you need to get approved for the Georgia Dream program. If you have student loans, don't let that scare you away either. A lot of my clients have been getting approved with student loans as long as they're not in default, and if so, we can get a letter from them stating, another cause. I'll get into that later on in the video. And then bankruptcy. If you filed bankruptcy, you cannot purchase for 2 years. Okay, so a lot of people are like, well, I just filed bankruptcy. Okay, so you have to wait 2 years after the bankruptcy is discharged. Let me say that. Not after you file. Once the bankruptcy is discharged, you have to wait 2 years to purchase as well. You're also going to need 2 years W-2s. A lot of my clients as well, some of them are like vets, or they don't like Social Security, disability, fixed income, so they don't pay taxes. They don't do their taxes. We just have to get a letter from the IRS, a transcript stating that you don't owe the IRS. So there's ways around that as well. But if you actually if you work in a job or you're a business owner, self-employed, 1099, whatever the case may be, we do need those 2 years tax returns. And then you got to complete the homebuyers education course. Once you complete the homebuyers education course, they give you the $1,000 that you need down toward Georgia Dream. So I have clients going to the tables $300, $457. I've really have not had one that was more than $500, and I'll give you how we're able to do that as well. I see the questions. I'm going to get to them. I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit, waiting on everybody else to get in here. 2:15 was the time. I waited to about 2:20 to start giving information, so I need you guys in here. And remember, share this live. You may not live in the state of Georgia. However, if you know someone that lives in the state of Georgia, make sure you're sharing this live video with them. It's an opportunity for our low to moderate income families or households to be able to purchase a home. A lot of you guys are renting, paying a lot of money in rent, and you guys can actually own. So I'm trying to give you guys the keys on that. I was going to go through the HUD program to take the workshop. Should I take Sharina's course instead? Yes, and we also have the link for the homebuyers education course that is compatible with Georgia Dream program. I can send you that as well. So make sure you just send me a DM so I can get you that information. All right. Okay. So again, you must meet the minimum mortgage requirement. So though it's a down payment assistance program, it is a grant. You don't have to pay it back, but one of the requirements is you do have to live in that home for 8 years. Okay, so I want to make sure that everybody is being completely transparent with you all so you guys can understand the process of getting approved for Georgia Dream. So you will have to live in that home or reside in that home for 8 years, and it must be your primary residence. So even if you're looking to move or transition here, excuse me, guys. If you're looking to transition here, then you can still take advantage of the Georgia Dream program. However, this must be your primary residence once you actually get approved for Georgia Dream. I don't know if they're going to come knock on your door and see if you're still living there. I don't know. I don't know how they keep track of that, but I do know that you do have to be in a home 8 years before you can sell, or you will have to pay the $12,500 back. So yeah, 640 credit score. Now I do have another down payment assistance program called Pathway 100 for anyone who's not at a 640 that doesn't want to take advantage of the credit repair. The credit score is 580. However, the interest rates are really high. Get this computer back on. The interest rates are really, really high. And they offer down payment assistance. They might not offer as much as Georgia Dream. But I do know Pathway 100 is something that you can take advantage of with having a 580 credit score. Remember, the rates are way higher. Georgia Dream was 5.875. It is 6%, which is still a really great rate. We do also have 100% financing for some other, the other lenders that I do have. So they give you 100% financing. And they give you like $20,000 in closing costs and incentives. That's the way that we're bypassing you having to pay so much at closing. So the market is kind of in the middle right now. There's plenty of inventory. Plenty of clients are buying. A lot of people are selling. So the market is kind of nice right now. But the time is now. You don't want to wait until that home that you've been looking at for 2 years to go for the price of it to go down. It's only going to increase. Okay, so keep that in mind. The time to buy is now. So it's a few things that you guys have to keep in mind. You cannot purchase a home with bad credit. I mean, it's just something that you cannot do. I mean, it's ways around, they got no doc loans. They have, hard money lenders. It's a lot of things that you can do to bypass that. But in order for you to get a home at a really great rate, then you need to make sure your credit is up to par. So take advantage of the Credit Repair Mastery Program, guys. It is effective. And a lot of people ask, well, how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take? So I can't really give you a specific date or time until I actually sit down and do the consultation and go over your report with you. Typically, you will begin to start seeing results within 30 days. We start the way we structure the report, we make sure we target it from top and bottom. So it will start with personal information. Once we attack the personal information, we move on to the inquiries. Once we move on to the inquiries, we target any collection, any derogatory, any negative accounts, whether it's repossessions, bankruptcy, student loans, late payments, charge-offs, judgments, child support, whatever the case may be, we target those second. We use a lot of different methods. A lot of people have heard of the Metro 2 compliance. So we do use that method. I do have a 24-hour inquiry removal system for anyone that has tons of inquiries on their credit report that they want to get removed. We have that available as well. And then if we have to go a further step, if you have something that's being stubborn on your report, we will, maybe file a CFPB complaint, FTC, or even a lawsuit. It just depends. So we do know that the credit system is flawed. So we do use that in our advantage in our dispute system. I'm going to DU now. Also, I'm looking to purchase within the next 6 months. Should I start now or wait until? No, so you definitely need to start now. I don't know what your credit situation is, but if you're at a 640, then you can actually apply now because it is a process. So once you guys apply and you get approved, you get your pre-approval, we go out and search and house hunt. Do all the fun stuff, and then after we actually house hunt, we submit an offer. If the offer is approved, then we'll schedule a closing date, and then sometimes the closing dates could be 12 days, sometimes it could be 30 days, 45 days. So it really just all depends. The process of home buying is not just like a quick turnaround. So you definitely want to take this time, if you have it, to start taking the necessary steps so you can go ahead and move forward into home ownership. Can you save this live? Yes, I'm actually going to post this live on my page, guys. All right, guys, where we at? So y'all know I'm on live on 2 different platforms, so you got to excuse me for a second. Y'all over here, double tap that screen. What is going on? Double tap that screen. All right, but everyone on on all social media platforms, make sure you guys are sharing this live. Okay, make sure you guys are tagging someone who this information can actually reach. Tag whoever is actively house hunting or looking for a realtor or just don't know where to start. A lot of people don't know where to start. A lot of times people are listening to a lot of other people and they get discouraged when it comes to actually starting the process of home ownership. But it's wonderful. It's beautiful. That's one thing about being a realtor that I have just have the pleasure of doing, is being able to just, see the warmth come over my clients once they, get those keys or sign those documents. Closing day is always very, very exciting. And, I feel like that's an experience that everybody should have. You want to own something, you definitely want to own something. So, with that being said, let's go back to the requirements. So yeah, 640 credit score. So we showed you how to take advantage of the Credit Repair Mastery Program. I am going to drop the special again at the end of this live video. So anyone that's on this live video that want to take advantage of their credit repair special, definitely do so. So 640 credit score, guys. You don't want to have any late payments. And once again, if you're actively in bankruptcy or recently just had a bankruptcy discharge, you do have to wait 2 years before you're able to purchase. It does require that you have 2 years W-2s, but anyone that's on a fixed income, Social Security, disability, military benefits, that don't actually file taxes, we just got to get a simple letter from or a transcript from the IRS stating that you don't owe them, which is very simple. And then you got to complete the homebuyer education course. Once you complete the homebuyers education course, they're going to give you the $1,000 that you need down to go toward the Georgia Dream program. Then complete the Supreme Essentials. That gives you an additional $1,000 that you can use towards your down payment or closing costs. And then also the maximum income requirement, because a lot of people ask, well, how much do I have to make? How much do I have to make? It's not a minimum. It's not. This is for low to moderate income families and households. So you don't have to make a minimum. You just can't exceed the maximum. But you have to remember, the less money you make, the lower of a sales price you may, potentially get. But you cannot exceed $138,000 for a person household, which is typically everyone right now that has kids or, families. So you can't exceed 138,000. So as long as you don't make more than 138,000, you're good. Okay, you're definitely good to get approved. Okay, let me take some of these questions, guys, and then I'm gonna go back into. Okay, well, let me finish the requirements. So 640 credit score, 2 years W-2s. You gotta complete the homebuyers education course, and then you gotta be able to pay the $1,000 down toward Georgia Dream. Now, this is another plus. The $1,000 is not due till closing. You don't pay the $1,000 up front. So stop thinking that too. That's been a scare tactic for a lot of people. You're not giving me the $1,000 either. So a lot of people like, oh, you need $1,000 to start this program. You're not paying me $1,000. That $1,000 is going to go to Georgia Dream, and it's not due up front, guys. So we can go through the process of actually getting you approved, doing if you need credit repair, doing a credit repair, getting you pre-approved, actually start house hunting till we go to closing, and then that's when that's $1,000 is due. So don't think when I'm saying $1,000 down, you have to pay it up front. It's not due up front. So let's see. Hey. Can you say something? I'm going to DM you that my credit score is fast. It's something I'm going to save a ton of payment for the mortgage. Can you please help me? Yes. Make sure you DM me. Okay. So it seems like you already qualify for the $12,500 in down payment assistance. We just got to get your credit up there. So make sure you go ahead and send me a DM. All right, where's everybody at? Make sure you guys are sharing this live, guys. Tag someone who lives in Georgia. It doesn't necessarily have to be Atlanta. This program covers the entire state of Georgia, okay? Entire state of Georgia. So I'm going to be doing more of these interviews. I'm going to be doing more of these videos for you all. They're very informational, and I feel like everyone should be able to have access to this knowledge, okay? So whether you are thinking about purchasing, you're on the fence, you don't know where to start, you're looking to sell, or whatever the case may be, you have more questions about the market, then, make sure you guys are tapping into these videos. So again, the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program, guys, is for low to moderate income households. They're granting you down payment assistance in the amount of $12,500. Now, there are other down payment assistance programs that are out here. Like I said, I do have another one, Pathway 100. If you're not at the 640 credit score and you're not interested in the credit repair, you can have a 580 and get approved for this program, but I'm telling you, the rate's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I wouldn't even make that investment myself, but, if you just don't want to do the credit repair and you want to, get the minimum credit score to get approved for that, then that's fine as well. But for Georgia Dream, guys, you need a 640 credit score. Once again, we do offer the credit repair mastery program, so that is available to everyone. And if you're on this live and you want to take advantage of the credit repair mastery program, I'm going to drop a link for you to be able to access the special that I'm going to run. I do believe that, financial education and financial freedom is something that all of our people need to have access to. So I want to be able to help you along that way. Also, the $1,000 down. So everybody like, oh, it's just $1,000, just $1,000. Georgia Dream requires you to pay $1,000 down toward that program. You do not have to have that $1,000 up front. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, a lot of people are asking, oh, do I give it to you? No, you don't give it to me. It's actually not even due until closing. So you don't have to have the $1,000 up front to get started with the program. Okay, all you have to do is be able to meet those minimum mortgage requirements, which is that 640 credit score, 2 years tax returns, complete the home buyers education course, and you cannot exceed a maximum income of $138,000. So there's no minimum; you just cannot exceed the maximum. And with that being said, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more background about the program. I'm trying to get everybody back on here. Make sure you guys are sharing this live. This program covers the entire state of Georgia. So if you know anyone that lives in Georgia, that's thinking about relocating to Georgia or whatever the case may be, make sure you guys are sharing this video with them. Tag them below. I want to answer any questions that you all may have because this is very, very, very important information. A lot of people are renting. You have to come up with 3 times the rent to move in, or to be able to qualify 2 times the rent to move in. You're paying less than that by purchasing. Honestly, you guys are making home ownership or not having the information you need to a home ownership the problem why you guys are not owning. This is the time. I'm telling you, this is the time. Not only do I have access to the residential side of real estate, but commercial real estate as well, investment specials as well. So keep that in mind. But with that being said, the Georgia Dream program, again, guys, is just not for first-time home buyers. Okay, understand, it's the first time, it's the FHA loan. However, it's not just for first-time home buyers. So if you haven't purchased a home in 3 years, you qualify for the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program. If you're a nurse or work in a hospital facility, you qualify for the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program. If you're an educator, a teacher, or work in a school system in any capacity, you do also qualify for the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program. And if you live with someone with a disability, you also qualify for the Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program. The program is a grant. They give you $12,500 in down payment assistance. However, one of the requirements is that has to be your primary residence for 8 years, or you will have to pay that $12,500 back. I want to be completely transparent with you all because I don't want you guys to go into it with any, with a different type of mindset. So you do have to live in that home at least 8 years before you can sell that home, or you will have to pay the $12,500 back in down payment assistance. So once again, you cannot exceed the maximum income, guys. There's no minimum income. Okay, you cannot exceed the maximum income of $138,000. You must take the Homebuyers Education course. Once you complete that Homebuyers Education course, they give you the $1,000 that you need to go toward the Georgia Dream program. The $1,000 is not due up front. So do not let anyone tell you that you have to have that money due up front. Do you want to have it sitting in the account? Yes. Okay. Yes, you do. But you don't have to have the money up front. Okay. So keep that in mind. And then the 640 credit score, guys. 640 credit score is not hard to obtain. Okay. Once again, we work directly with the mortgage lender, so we know how to structure the reports properly. We know what they're looking for, certain data points. We know how to get you approved for the Georgia Dream program. So that's the purpose of the credit repair, guys. Once you get the credit repair, you are also able to access that funding sequence, and we'll go through that, once we actually repair the credit or restore the credit. But in order for you to get approved for Georgia Dream, guys, you cannot have bad credit. Okay, a lot of people are signing up on my little sheet, and they don't have the good credit. When I reach out, they're like, "Oh, well, I don't qualify." Don't get discouraged. Take advantage of the credit repair program. I'm not one of those. I don't even know what to call it. Try to bust you across your head for credit repair. Though it is, it's time consuming, very. But it's a 2-step process. We get you the credit repair, and it also help you purchase the home. So I'm not too pressed about the funds. It's not about the money. But however, you guys do have to start somewhere. Understand, credit is power. Okay? Credit is power. A lot of people are out here living and funding their lifestyle off credit. So understand that. Get your credit together. Get your credit fixed. Get your credit fixed. Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All y'all baddies out here, you can't be a baddie with bad credit. Okay? Understand that. You can't be a baddie with bad credit. Okay? You need to be able to sign, apply, and get approved for anything. And we show you how to do that as well. Once again, that's a funding sequence. But we talk about Georgia Dream right now. So again, Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program. If this information has been helping someone, drop a little house emoji in the chat. Drop a little house emoji in the chat. Make sure you guys are sharing this live. Once again, this program is for Georgia. You don't have to be a Georgia resident, but if you're not a Georgia resident and you're looking to relocate, you can also do that as well. And if you don't live in the state of Georgia, because I do know I have followers in a lot of different areas, there are also down payment assistance programs that I do have available to help you as well. So if you live in Texas, Florida, the Carolinas, Alabama, Tennessee, I'm able to get you some information on those down payment assistance programs that they have as well. So make sure you guys are tapping in, tuning in for that. Hey. All right. I'm going to share this live video too, and we're going to go live again. Let's just say at 3 o'clock, okay? That give everybody to share this live. Share it. Let everybody know that lives in the state of Georgia that home ownership just got that much easier, okay? The Georgia Dream Home Ownership Program has been changing so many lives, turning so many renters into homeowners with minimum funds down. Though you do have to go through the necessary steps, but at the end of the day, when you get those keys and you unlocking those doors, trust me, the process is going to be well worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because I see a lot of people are falling off. I got to get my timing right. But I'll be back at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All y'all was saying I ain't tell y'all 2:15. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be back. Grab your mama, grab your cousins, grab your aunties, grab your uncles, grab your sisters, grab your brothers. Let everybody know that we're coming back with more information on the Georgia Dream Program. I'm going to show you guys how to qualify for an additional $1,000 down. That way you're not coming out your pocket at all paying toward the Georgia Dream Program. And I'm going to share some client testimonies with you showing that how my clients have just purchased. One was a new construction and went to the closing table paying a little with no money down. So 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All y'all, have y'all folks online. Share this live. Let them know we coming back. Okay?